we're going to answer this past exam question. It is 2015, paper 2, question 3, and after we've answered the question, we'll also look at the examiner's report. It reads, the scatter plot below plots male life expectancy, male, against female life expectancy, female, in 1950 for a number of countries. A least square regression line has been fitted to the scatter plot as shown. So let's look at our scatter plot here. And the first thing that I want to identify is that my male life expectancy has been placed on the y-axis, which means it's the response variable, and the female life expectancy has been placed on the x-axis, which means it is my explanatory variable. It's important that we identify that from the beginning, because what that means is that my least square regression line is going to look like male is equal to A plus B times female. That's what it's going to generally look like. Now, here we're told that the slope of the least square regression line is 0.88. So we can come to our least square regression line here and we can add something to it. We can say that male is equal to A plus, now B is the slope. It is the gradient, so that is going to be 0.88, and that will be times by female. Amazing. Okay, next, we're told that we need to interpret the slope in terms of the variables male life expectancy and female life expectancy. So we have to interpret what the slope of 0.88 is telling us. And because we've placed our explanatory variable and response variable in place, it makes it a lot easier for us to interpret what the slope is saying. It's saying that on average, the male life expectancy increased by 0.88 years for each 1 year increase in the female life expectancy. So that's what we're going to write. So we're going to grab a pen and we're going to write that. So we're going to write on average. And this is where you'd be following your template that we've provided you. So a template we've provided you. On average, male life expectancy increased by 0.88 years for each 1 year increase in female life expectancy. So as I said, you'd be using the template and just be filling in the values you need to. That's why we've given you that template, because these questions appear in exams. Let's now look at the examiner's report to see what they have to say. So this is really important, this examiner's report. You get into the mind of the examiner. Okay, so as you can see, a poorly done question. Only 40% of people get the full marks here. You can see what the answer is. The answer is, on average, male life expectancy increased by 0.88 years for each 1 year increase in female life expectancy. That's exactly what we wrote. And it's because we're just using the template. This is how we get the template. We're looking at what the examiners are telling us. This question was not answered well, with many students describing the scatter plot instead of interpreting the slope of the line as asked. Do what the question asks you to do, people. The increase in male life expectancy needed to be related to the 1 unit year increase in female life expectancy. Answers such as, on average, male life expectancy increased by 0.88 years for every increase in female life expectancy were not accepted. Do you see how what they've provided as an inaccurate question is different to what they've provided as an accurate answer? So as you can see, 1 year increase in female life expectancy. You can't just say for every increase in female life expectancy, you have to specify the unit. It's 1 unit year. So 1 year increase in female life expectancy. And finally, it also says that some students incorrectly interpreted slope equals 0.88 as R is equal to 0.88. So they thought it was the R value. So don't do that. So that's generally how you should go about those questions. Okay, next question. Far more straightforward. It says the equation of the least square regression line is male is equal to this plus that times female. In a particular country in 1950, female life expectancy is 35 years. Use the equation to predict the male life expectancy for that country. So this is simply a substitution question. We've been told that the least square regression line is male is equal to 3.6 plus 0.88 times, And now, instead of writing female, we're just going to sub in this 35 that we've been told. And then you'd go to your CAS calculator, you would type this in, and you would find out that what you're going to get out is 34.4 years. So that is the male life expectancy for that country, 34.4 years. And if we look at our examiner's report here, you can see that 78% of people got 34.4 years. So this one was pretty well done when this one was not well done. So just make sure you've got that template ready to go and you know how to use it. Hopefully you found this a helpful video on how to approach an exam question like this.